Coming up, when will humans land on Mars? The owner of a private investment bank is set to be the first passenger on an affordable flight to space. And a round-trip ticket with Space Shuttle Endeavour. All that and a whole lot more on this special super-duper My Birthday edition of Spacevidcast for January 30th, 2009. Birthday. It's my birthday.
I'm so sick of you. And it's my birthday. I got some ice cream, and you can have no. Oh, sorry.
Pretty much it. So this is the super awesome It's My Birthday edition of Spacevidcast. My name is Benjamin Higginbotham. With
Me too.
Thank you. Good night. With me is Carrie Ann Higginbotham, and I'm in a gift-giving mood, even though it's my birthday. And with the Twitter trivia going on a little bit later on tonight, I got it right.
I know!
We're going to be giving away an awesome prize, I think. We had a Twitter trivia winner this last week. Who won last week?
Burning Goats did.
Burning Goats.
Or Goat Burner.
Goat Burner. Won this last week and got a bunch of different prizes. We'll throw his picture on our Flickr account. And this week you can win the IMAX Space Collection. This is going to be going on a little bit later on in the show when we do our Twitter trivia. You're going to have to give us the Twitter answer to a question. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
What? What's wrong with this?
No,
it's
nothing.
got 5 DVDs. It's got Hail Columbia, The Dream is Alive, Blue Planet, Destiny in Space, and Mission to Mir.
All right, well, at least 2 of those I don't care about.
All right, then
Boring.
How about Discovery, When We Left Earth, the NASA missions? That was just on television. It was a great series. I thought it was awesome. This is the full DVD collection right here.
Yeah.
Regular DVD.
Yeah.
So this is...
We got that for Christmas. That was cool.
Wow! You're so hateful.
I'm not hateful.
All right, fine. Then how about In the Shadow of the Moon, Remember When the Whole World Looked Out? Right
I haven't seen it, so I don't know how cool it is. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't know.
All right, then how about From the Earth to the Moon, Signature Edition DVD collection?
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
All right, so we've got win all of these tonight, all at the same time. It's about $120 or $130.
Wait, you're giving these away together?
All together. One big prize tonight. All of this tonight for whoever wins the Twitter trivia. And then you got to take your picture and be like, awesome! And send it in to us. So that's
part of the deal.
Stay tuned. That happens later on in the show. I don't know where to put these. I'm just going to...
Right there.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
What else is new?
I don't know. What else is new? I mean, I don't know.
I think we're ready. I think it's time to start with some space news. What do you think?
I think so.
Space news.
Okay, this is where I actually need my notes this time. I just want to wear this one.
Yeah, this
one.
camera.
This one.
I'm actually going to step off camera.
Which camera?
Okay, shot.
Here I am. Hi.
Wow.
How you doing?
That's like 3 camera. We clearly did not set that camera shot up in advance.
Yeah. That's okay. In any case, the point is here, as you can see, because I think it's a very cool. You gotta have this astronaut on this sort of weird terrain, and it's kind of orangey. What could that possibly be? Oh, how about Mars? That's really cool. See, Jerry was right. There are people on Mars. Anyhow, the point is,
All right.
I'm sorry. Okay, I saw this quiz on CNN, or not quiz, but a survey on CNN, and I thought it was very cool, regardless of what Ben thinks. And the question was, when do you think humans will land on Mars? Now, there were a total of 10,668 votes. All right, so keep that in mind. 10,000 people voted. Out of 10,000 people, zero of them thought that we would land on Mars in 2050. All right, it's kind of a ways out, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe they were thinking sooner than that or something like that. 0% said a decade from now. All right, well, maybe they're a little optimistic, all right? That could be kind of good. 14% said never. Robots can do it.
What?
14%. I would not kid you about that, right? However, 86% said within the next 5 years. So 9,204 people think that we are going to land on Mars in the next 5 years.
What's amazing is that many people are completely and totally wrong.
It doesn't matter.
There's no way we're going to even get back to the moon in that amount of time.
It doesn't matter. The point is that these people are optimistic, and the majority of them are optimistic.
Well, I guess, well, that's good.
Right?
Well, yeah, that's good. I would love to see us land on Mars, put humans on Mars in 5 years. I would love nothing more than that.
All right.
There's just no way it's going to happen.
And look like this.
Yeah,
I want
pretty
this
cool.
picture with
that's pretty awesome.
Be like this.
All right.
Okay.
Moving on. The owner of a private investment firm. I have to.
Yeah,
hit
you do.
buttons and things. Look at that. Almost like it's almost like we should. I got so excited about this one. This is space travel becoming affordable, is what this is. The owner of a private investment bank has purchased a ticket on. I'll get into a rant on this one in a moment. On X-Corps, on their first flight, who is supposedly going to be flying before Virgin Galactic. Supposedly. So the ticket price is under $100,000. So the first affordable space ticket. But put that into perspective. If you wanted to fly into space last year, that would have cost you $20 to $30 million. If you want to fly into space next year, that's costing you $200,000. But the ticket on X-Corps is half that at $100,000. So we're seeing an exponential drop in the price of these tickets.
Huge.
And that's going to be great because these are going to continue to fall in price, and we're going to get into the $50,000 range, the $25,000 range. They're just going to get getting slashed and slashed and slashed. And eventually mere mortals like you and me and everyone watching, they're going to be able to afford these tickets. Now, here's the thing. There is no possible way. I will go vegetarian for an entire month if X-Corps flies before Virgin Galactic. In fact, I don't believe X-Corps is going to fly at all in 2009, and Virgin Galactic will.
Well, that's okay because neither does this guy. He doesn't believe it either.
No, he actually, just in case, he purchased a ticket on Virgin Galactic as well.
Just in case. Because you never know. You never know.
Kat is asking if I ate meat today, which is a very good question.
Yes.
Because Thursdays is no meat day.
Yes, it
in
is.
honor of space, and I completely forgot.
You would make a horrible Catholic.
I would. I did at lunch, and I know it's supposed to be no meat. I'm so sorry. I beg your forgiveness, group. I won't eat meat. I will put it in my iPhone, and I will remember.
Everybody's apologizing. That's my favorite part.
I know. Everyone in the chat room was like, I did too. All right, so here's the thing. It's not that I meant to eat meat today. I just completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
And so, because I had a lot going on in my mind. I mean, this is, I'm just going to jump off news for a moment. This is an interesting week for space travel in that 3 of NASA's big disasters pretty much happened over the next 8 days. We had Apollo 1, we had Challenger, and we had Columbia, all within pretty much a week of each other. And so I've been thinking a lot about that and realizing that I never want to fly into space during this week. And it's just, I don't go in or come back in this week. I don't want
no
to
good. Just skip it.
So I was thinking about that and doing work stuff, and I totally slipped up. So I'm sorry, guys. Next week, guys, email me. And we should start an email list. We should keep everyone honest about the no eating meat on Thursdays. And keep in mind, so the deal is, not only will, if X-Corps flies before Virgin Galactic, I will personally apologize to X-Corps for saying you guys were way better than I thought you ever could be. I will personally apologize to them, and I will go completely vegetarian for a month in honor of the fact that if they can fly that quickly, then they are pushing humans into space faster than anyone else has ever done it before, and we're going to get onto the moon, back onto the moon and onto Mars way faster than I ever anticipated.
Yeah.
There's just no possible way that's going to happen at all. Whoever thinks X-Corps is flying this year, next year, or the year after that is smoking the green crack.
Wow.
So there you go. That's what I think.
Okay then.
Your turn.
Yay! All right. Little flippy. Is that really what my
Yeah, I got
my
a different
graphic?
one. See? Yeah, no, I get this one.
Oh.
Yeah, see? You want that one?
No,
That's a cool picture. That's Endeavor in the...
Yeah, no,
See, no...
I just...
You want... Here,
No,
here, you
no,
can-
I like it. Okay.
All right.
Anyway,
Yep.
Yeah, so, well, I just figured it was going to be one of these pictures.
No, whatever.
Oh.
We've actually, just tell the news story. We've got the pictures on the switcher.
Okay, so I found this cool, what am I trying to say? Story, I guess we'll just go with that, about what it takes for a shuttle to come down, get all gussied up, and go back up into space and come back down again. Because it's not an easy process, honestly. And this particular photo essay happens to follow, I keep calling it Enceladus, Excalibur, Endeavor. That's the one it's called. Anyhow.
You had to turn and look at the
I did. I really did. It was that bad.
That's why we're a vidcast and not an actual
You know
TV
what?
show.
Can I just say something? For
We,
those of you who are joining us for like the first time or the first few times or something like that, I am not the space geek.
That's true.
Okay? He is. So thank you. At least I got it right eventually.
We've actually got full screen version of this picture. It's in the switcher as, actually, I don't think I told Adam, it's called News 3 in the switcher. Yep. So.
Okay, so anyway, my point is that these are pictures of what is this called? Endeavor coming down from STS-123, correct? 123? Yes, 123. Okay, anyhow, and then all of the different things that they has to go through in order to become good enough and well enough to go back up and out into space. And the one thing I really thought was very interesting about this particular one is that because this was the time that I can't talk. I'm so sorry. That Endeavor landed in California because there were storms in Florida.
Oh, so this would have been STS-120.
Well, it came down from 123, I believe, and then went
126?
up with 126,
Oh, okay,
and then
I
down
understand.
again.
Yep.
So you can see the two shuttles.
I love that picture. Two shuttles on the pad.
Right, exactly. So anyway, so that's what this is, and I thought it was very cool. And of course, I'll have the links in the show notes so you guys can actually kind of read what the different things say for each picture and stuff like that. It's actually kind of cool, and the pictures are high res. They're just beautiful.
Oh, look at that picture. That is amazing.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
But it's fun to see everything. That's
Those
one of the
solid-
solid
right.
rocket boosters.
Right.
And that they're retrieving the solid rocket booster
Yep,
from the
and
ocean.
even those have to go back to the the hut, the den. I apparently can't talk at all today, to be cleaned up and all that other fun stuff. This is obviously Endeavor in space, and it does a little spacewalk and stuff like that from 126, I believe. Contrary to popular belief, this is not the tool bag. I just want to be very clear about that. That was actually the ISS, just so you know. Yeah, actually, Snibble, we're getting to that in just a second. If you can just hang on.
And it lands, and then we get to. What do they want to see? Oh, they want to see the piggyback of the plane.
Yep.
And,
yeah, there's actually
Endeavor.
a couple of
these
photos
are actually
like that.
in order, so you're watching this pretty much.
Right.
Because what they have to do is because it landed in the wrong place and the shuttle
There
is
you
not
go.
powered.
That's what you're looking
That's the
for.
shuttle on top of a modified Boeing 747.
Gorgeous picture.
Yep, and there it is again.
It's
on
just
top
awesome.
Of the,
And I know, GK, I know you put these out back when they
look at
first
that.
came out.
That is just awesome.
It's amazing.
So you can see, we'll add that link in the show notes on spacevidcast.com so you can see. Oh man, that is just so cool.
It is really cool.
And
I like how they take it off
we gotta
too.
do a few more. I know. I'm trying to wrap up.
I know. I just think it's cool. Yeah, how they take it off.
They take the plane off.
I mean, how funny is that, right?
Yeah, it's just.
I just thought that was very cool.
It's it looks a lot smaller when it's horizontal like that for some reason. So anyhow,
Yeah,
that's the whole set.
So
it's looping
that's
over
the
from
whole
beginning
thing.
now, and that's yep.
So, I don't know. I thought it was cool, and like I said, it's a photo essay, and so there's notations on every single one of those pictures, and again, that will be in the show notes. But I thought there's a lot of work that goes into making these things able to go.
Yeah, well, and that's part of the reason why it costs $500
million. Oh.
I don't remember if it's million or billion now. I think it's $500 million. It's million, it's not billion. It's not $1 trillion to launch. $500 million to launch each space shuttle mission. $500 million every time one of those things launches.
That's amazing.
It's because of all that work that has to go into it.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. That's a lot of money. When we come back, we're going to be talking about a cheaper way to get your space travel, get up to the International Space Station, get onto your moon base, figure out the best way around the nasty thing we call gravity.
Balloons?
Close.
All right.
But before we do that, before we go into break, let's talk about our TLA this week.
TLA.
Wait, we've got graphics. Oh,
Bing.
You have to do that.
Yes, I have to do that.
We've got our TLA thingy.
Wait, I can do it all by
these
myself.
buttons. Our TLA is JAN. Graphic is sort of
kind of sort of applies.
It's actually kind of the opposite of what the TLA actually means.
The point is that it's not January, but I thought it is January, the month, and so I found a TLA that is JAN. Now, it's your turn to go out and figure out what that means.
We'll let you know right after this.
Hello and welcome to the Crow River Coffee Company in Watertown, Minnesota. Situated on the bank of the beautiful Crow River, we offer espresso drinks, delicious food, live music, bulk beans, and artisan items. You can see us at crowrivercoffee.com. Thanks.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Liftoff of the 25th Space Shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
Roger, roll, Challenger. Good roll program confirmed. Challenger now heading downrange. Engines beginning throttling down now at 94%. Normal throttles for most of the flight, 104%. We'll throttle down to 65% shortly. Engines at 65%, 3 engines running normally, 3 good fuel cells, 3 good APUs. Velocity 2,257 feet per second. Altitude 4.3 nautical miles. Downrange distance 3 nautical miles. Engines throttling up. 3 engines now at 104%.
Challenger, go with throttle up. Challenger, go with throttle up.
Flight controllers here looking very carefully at the situation. Obviously a major malfunction. We have no downlink. We have a report from the flight dynamics officer that the vehicle has exploded. Flight director confirms that. We are looking at checking with the recovery forces to see what can be done at this point. Contingency procedures are in effect. We will report more as we have information available. Again, to repeat, we have a report relayed through the flight dynamics officer that the vehicle has exploded. We are now looking at all the contingency operations and awaiting word from any recovery forces in the downrange field.
Before we entered break, we asked you what the TLA-JAN stood for.
Now, keep in mind, the picture, we always try to give you a little bit of a clue with a picture.
You're giving it away.
Well, no, but I mean, honestly, a little bit. I didn't say it was clear or evident, but we do try to kind of help you along a little bit given the picture.
Yep. Now, it does not mean January, the month of my birth and probably the best month on the face of the planet, but it does mean Joint Army Navy.
Yep.
And that's the Army-Navy football game. I believe Army always seems to beat Navy, which bums me out because I'm a Navy guy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but that's what they do. Joint Army Navy.
Yep.
So let's get into the show, but before we do, you've got this great box set of things. This is, again, we've got the IMAX collection, we've got When We Left Earth, we've got Shadow of the Moon, and From the Earth to the Moon, which has this really cool holographic thing.
Yeah, I know you guys really can't see it, but it's very cool.
It's really neat. You flip it back and forth, you can see the Earth
Looks like
and
the moon.
and
Looks
the
like
Earth
the
and
Earth.
the moon. It's
Moon?
lots and lots of fun.
Earth.
So today's Twitter trivia question is as follows. Who was Capcom on the when Apollo 11 touched down on the moon, and tell me the mission name and number in which he also went to the moon? And what you need to do is send your response to us via Twitter with the @Spacevidcast at the very, very beginning. So make sure you start your response with @Spacevidcast. If you do not do that, you are disqualified. So do that, and we will announce the winner later on tonight's show. And if you know this, absolutely. Now, for the ideas that we're going to have a Twitter trivia during the live show for all of you who join us live, because you guys are awesome.
We have to thank you for that.
Absolutely, and you're going to have these awesome prizes. We're going to try to make them, big, huge, fantastic prizes. But I also realize that some of you, this might be 2 in the morning for you or 3 in the morning for you, and you can't do that. We do have another Twitter trivia question that happens in midweek on Tuesdays. So just watch our Twitter account @SpaceVidcast, and you can actually win another prize on Tuesday afternoons, because if you're watching this on demand, it's not fair that you don't have a chance.
Which
as well.
Gonzo won this last week.
Yep, you can only win once per week, so you cannot win both prizes in 1 week. But once the next week is up, you're free to win again. So, Burning Goats, not Gonzo.
No, Gonzo won the Tuesday trivia.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Burning Goats won last Thursday.
I understand. So you can only win once per week. All right, the main topic today is actually, I'll do that one there.
Okay.
We'll fix that. Is space elevators. Believe it or not, there is a concept. I know. There's a concept.
I like escalators better. Is that okay?
That would be really long. So that, everyone.
Some gum gets stuck in there, some kid's toe or something.
You've heard the joke, I got stuck on the elevator and took, 3 hours for the fire department, or escalator.
Right.
3 hours. That would actually be true.
I know.
With a space escalator. No, it's a space elevator. The concept is you'd use you'd use carbon nanotubes to create these really thin, extremely strong structures that an elevator could go up all the way into orbit. And the reason this is good is that getting from the Earth up into low Earth orbit or even suborbital areas takes a phenomenal amount of fuel and power. If we can just use the space elevator to get up to a floating space station, floating 100 kilometers above the Earth, that's great. Now we don't have to expend all that fuel we normally would have had to expend to make that go. So the concept behind a space elevator is that rather than spending $100,000 to get into space, you could spend $5 and get into space.
Bing! Next stop, space.
Exactly. So that's the concept.
Yeah.
Do you think it will ever actually be real? Because imagine how large this thing's going to have to be. Imagine you've got the planet here and this giant, it's rotating. You got to have this rotating elevator.
That just scares me, first of all. I mean, that just freaks me out.
But strapping a rocket on your back and flying up with that doesn't
I didn't
scare
say
you?
that didn't scare me.
Okay.
We've already gone over this.
All right.
That scares me too.
All right.
Okay? But what I'm trying to say is that what if that thing snaps? What if it, I don't know. It just seems so crazy to me. Actually, who was it? I can't remember if it was Gonzo or Burning Goats, but somebody, I think it was Burning Goats, sent me a little web comic and pretty much was saying, like, they said, I can't talk. The space elevator will only become real after we all stop laughing, which was funny in and of itself.
Yeah.
And then the next frame said, so all we had to do is put Carlos Mencia on every single TV and they were good.
Oh!
Awesome!
Yes! First off, this is the coolest looking shot ever.
Here I am.
Yeah, wait, no, hang on. Here I am.
I'm here.
Here I am.
This
Yeah.
is so cool
Awesome.
right now. Oh my God.
You know, actually, I think we're going to leave this in the show.
I think we should.
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
see why not.
Adam's, this is great. This is why I like having being just the host. Adam's running around trying to figure out how to get the breaker back on. But the cool thing is we actually have a battery backup on the. I thought to put a battery backup on the bandwidth.
I know.
So it's going, right now it's going. Wait, I'm going to continue the conversation.
Might as well. Go on.
You know, so the thing with the space elevator is that it has a lot of potential, and NASA's throwing some money behind this in the form of contests.
They are, but I don't think it's going to be ready in enough time.
In enough time for what?
Well, I don't know, in enough time for something.
Ooh.
Now we're really in the dark.
Yeah. Wow.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. Woo. That was exciting. Will it go back? It is back. Yes, we have our TVs.
Did we kill all power? What's the?
No, I don't know which one's the lights are.
All right. Well, we'll just keep going. I assume we're still broadcasting.
Yeah, I have no idea.
So then the question comes down to, will it matter? Because by the time they're ready to get carbon, the carbon technology or the elevator technology ready to go, will it be relevant anymore? Will we have perfected the things that like Virgin Galactic is doing, and just have the horizontal liftoff into space, maybe a dual vehicle system, so we don't have to expend as much fuel? Or maybe we'll have matter beaming technology or something like that. That's kind of creepy looking when you just. Hang on.
know.
I'll be right here. I'll converse like this.
Okay.
Yep. So you do your thing.
Oh, well, here I am,
right.
conversing. What am I supposed to do?
Well, you know, so do you think that the space elevator will ever be a reality or not?
I don't know. I really don't. I think even if they get it to work, it'll be too late, honestly.
Okay.
I think just the way that the different space programs are going, privatized space, and the different governments are really ramping it up, and really trying to show up the USA, which I think is something we kind of talked about before.
Obama's new space race. I think that was
right.
The last episode. Actually.
Right, exactly. And I just think that, yeah, by the time that gets going, it's just not going to happen. Just not going to happen.
Okay.
So,
what's the chat room think? Do we think? Yeah, they're still stuck on our silhouettes actually.
Yeah, well, it's kind of cool.
We got some light.
Woo!
Wow.
Awesome.
That will sort of work.
It'll kind of.
So what do you guys think? Do you actually think that the space elevators are going to be a real? This is not like technology that.
There you go.
Is based on science fiction. Really, it's.
Nice.
You know, it's based on somewhat science fact with these carbon nanotubes.
Right.
Carbon's saying, I doubt it. Colton says, I love a space elevator. Because realistically, it would make space travel incredibly affordable, and it would make it way easier for us to get to the moon.
Okay, this is the thing that I don't understand. How fast is this thing going?
I haven't the slightest idea. That's a good question.
Because
How
if it's
long?
going as fast as a regular elevator goes, I mean, even the fastest elevator in the world, it has to go like a couple hundred whatever stories in the air.
Those things move pretty fast, though.
They do, but it still takes like a full minute to get all the way to the top.
Well, yeah, but even if it takes an hour to go from the ground up to the top, the fact that you've expended such a little amount of fuel, you know what?
I don't know.
I wish I had my Minnow HD so I could record.
This
what
is very
Adam's going
funny,
through
actually, right now.
to try to get this working.
Poor guy. Honestly, this
You
is
know,
like.
we're fine as is. We'll just keep with these lights, and everyone.
No. Okay, but so.
Carbon nanotubes,
but
yeah.
really, so it takes what? I mean. It already takes what, 2 days to get up to the ISS? Is that correct?
Well, on the space shuttle, yes. If
Right.
you use a Soyuz rocket, it's like same day.
Okay, same
Because
day.
the shuttle has to go through all these
But
procedures.
still, if it's like a 6-hour ride, I mean, are there seats in this elevator?
Yeah, okay, but it only takes 9 minutes to get to space.
Right.
The rest of the time is catching up with the ISS. The idea would be, I think, that this would be attached to the space structure. So
Okay.
once you go up there, let's say that you can travel at supersonic speeds and get up there just for a moment.
Thank you, fireman. Exactly. Is there a bathroom? I mean, these are things you need to think about before you get in. Exactly.
Your pants, Carbon says. That's,
I mean, come on. What happens if somebody? All right, you know what? You get kids in there and they press all the buttons. I mean, how many stops are you going to make?
There are two buttons. There's Earth and space station. There's nothing in between. You cannot stop halfway through and be like, men's department, second floor.
Why not? All right, I'm just asking. I'm asking. You said, what do I think? And I'm telling you what I think.
No, well,
What do you think? How about that?
I hope that it moves faster than I think it will.
Okay.
I think you're right. I think it's going to take too long to develop the technology, and that it's going to become irrelevant before it ever actually does any good.
Okay.
if someone has a breakthrough in science and is able to do it right away, then we'll be able to utilize this technology to do some really cool things with space stations, going back to the moon.
Do you think this would ever be like a like privatized space travel? It would be like privatized space elevators?
Could be. I mean,
like in all honesty, I mean that.
No, that's not necessarily a bad idea, because you could use the space elevator as a way for companies to transport people up to the space station for scientific experiments.
Right.
They'd have to own the space station and the elevator itself, I assume. But yeah, they could do some really awesome things with that.
That would be interesting, you guys.
Yeah, and there would be a. Oh, so Fireman's saying there would be a docking place halfway up to the. Well, I keep saying ISS. It probably wouldn't dock to the ISS.
Right.
It'd dock to a space station, not the ISS.
Something. A little something,
Well,
something.
there's more light. Check that out.
Oh, and are we done with this topic now?
Yeah, I think we're done.
I think we're done. Okay, so now that we're done with that topic, I just want to explain or tell you guys really quickly, for those of you who don't know, and those of you who've been bothering me about, well, that's funny you say magnets, Mike, actually, about the SVC stickers. We have a Zazzle store, and I will put that in the links, but you can actually already find it on the regular Spacevidcast website. It's towards the bottom, and I believe it says Spacevidcast merchandise. It's all SVC logos, stickers, and cups, and skateboards, and shirts, and we even have the, your specific time zone, so I'm a +0 or I'm a -4, with the Spacevidcast on the back, hats, keychains, pins, anything you can imagine, we've got it on there for you. And now you can stop bothering me about it.
So it's time to close out the show. Before we do, we need to get back to the Twitter trivia question. I need to give Adam a quick chance to check the @replies and choose one of the winners, because he's been running around taking care of our lighting issue for us. Although that was fun.
That was very fun.
An interesting video cast. I think we'll just leave it as is. That's fine. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Do you need an extra second, Adam?
Probably.
All right, we'll switch to this screen. Once again, the question.
Both answers?
Well, first let's show the question one more time. The question is, mine won't go actually.
Yeah.
Oh, I see, because Wi-Fi died, so we're stuck on the screen.
No
Who was
problem.
the Capcom when Apollo 11 touched down on the moon? And tell me the mission, name and number, in which he also went to the moon. Now the answer, do we have a correct answer in Twitter, by the way, Adam? It's in Safari. Just leave it on that screen.
What are the correct answers?
He's looking for the correct answer. That's awesome.
Nobody
right
knows. That is so funny. Yes, Carbon X, that would be the correct answer. Now, who
There we go.
got it first?
We're looking through the answers.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
One of
I think that was the
these,
first one.
One
Yep.
of those.
Yep, right there. So
One of
click
these.
that. And the correct
One of
answer. Wait, I'm going to run back
those.
into the shot.
All
We need to work on that part of the show, I think.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird.
The correct answer is Charlie Duke. And he let Apollo 11 know that everyone is breathing again at Mission Control Center as the lunar lander touched down with very little fuel remaining. And he later walked on the moon with John Young on Apollo 16.
The reason I'm laughing right now is because earlier I was telling everybody like the kind of different things of what got won and all that other fun stuff. And OM very specifically said, "Oh, that's really great, but I already have every single one of those."
Oh, really?
So of course OM won because he
Wow.
already has all of the
Alright,
videos.
so here's what we'll do. He really has all the videos?
That's what he said. So I already said that. I was like, all right, you know what? We'll figure out something else,
Okay, so
something different for you.
Here's what we'll do. We will give him. He wins another week automatically. We will give him something else.
Yeah.
I still want to give these away though. So let's, Adam, if you have a second, let's find a different winner. The next one up, actually, I think I know who the next one up was. Do you remember?
I do.
He's going to be very happy.
Yes.
You know who the? Yeah.
OM, why don't you email me, carrieann@spacevidcast.com, and we can start a little chat.
The next person up who got it correctly was Carbon X. So he did get that correctly. So Carbon will get you those DVDs and the sticker, so you can stop complaining about the sticker.
And the sticker.
And the sticker. And OM, we will get you something awesome as well. This was our slightly long and technically challenged show. There's something new every week at this location.
Yeah, we got video this time, you guys.
Video this
come
time.
on.
And the chat room, and we got a lot of great things happening with the switcher, which is great. And now we just got to figure out the lighting.
Yeah, that's all.
All right, thank you guys so much for joining us. We do the show every week live at 2 o'clock a.m. on Fridays, Coordinated Universal Time. Join us. That's 6 o'clock p.m. on Thursdays in the U.S. Pacific Time. That's 8 o'clock p.m. Thursday Central Time, 9 o'clock p.m. Thursday Eastern Time. Pretty cool how I can do that, like right off the top of my head.
It's kind of
now.
disturbing is what it is.
All that time zone conversion that happens in real time. So join us next week. See what you'll win, because we're going to have a bunch of really cool prizes going on. And I'd like to thank everyone who helps make the show possible, and a big shout out to Caffeinated and Crow River Coffee for dealing with all the issues this show. So you guys have a great week. We'll see you next time.